very hot. That's blisteringly hot. Wow. Smooth stuff. Hey guys, I'm Sebastian, and welcome to Atmoseeker, where a man drinks tea that is too hot for his mouth, and he sits in his garage looking at all the lit up little island little things, thinking about all his dreams and all the wondering things that might happen in the future. But yeah, we're talking about tabletop stuff here too. I see we already have Overkill Joe in the chat. Welcome, buddy. Good to have you here. We're going to be just kind of keeping it a little bit casual tonight. I've got some things to 3D model because I'm designing some stuff for a video that's coming up. It's still a while away, but I start trying to get ahead of these things. And if you're a Patreon member, you can expect to see some of these models drop for your own nefarious printing needs. But yeah, I would just want to welcome anyone who's watching the show right now, and anyone who's been subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much. We are working on a few videos at the moment. I'm just like spinning plates at the moment. I'm not exactly 100% sure what to focus on, but my focus on at the moment is to be working on not this stuff right now. I thought this would be fun for the live stream, but I am working on the caves video for the Dungeons and Lasers crowdfund, which is at now. I should put a link in the description, but yeah, I'm mostly working on that video, which is around the corner in the game room. It's a whole mess behind me. So it's yeah, but it's working. I have to get it finished this week because their thing wraps up. So hopefully there'll be like some late pledge and stuff, but should be a fun video. I'm more gonna. There are a lot of videos out now at the moment which are just they go into a lot of detail about the tiles themselves or the little cave bits and everything and the painting quality. I'm probably going to focus less on that kind of stuff and more so on the like atmospheric angle of it, where it would be like what kind of like sound effects and lighting effects and stuff. It's more kind of specific to the location of underground cave dwellings, what kind of creatures and beasties might be going in there. It's going to be kind of a little bit looser because I need to get it a bit done in time this week. So we'll see how it goes. So if you want to be along for the ride and see how that comes out at the end, yeah, subscribe to not miss out. Yeah, we got so tonight though, I got excited looking at the Lego announcement stuff that had come out for the 50th anniversary of Dungeons and Dragons. So there's a new set that's coming out, and I can already see it draining my bank account because Lego is freaking expensive. It's definitely not a poor man's game, or once rich men were poor, became poor because they bought Lego. I don't know if that made sense, but basically, I'm excited about this Lego set. My kids are, and this is probably the most excited they've been about Dungeons and Dragons. I've kind of tried to show them stuff in the garage, all the things I do. The little one, he's a bit more engaged with it. But now that we've got the Lego D&D stuff on the way, yeah, I'm excited about it. And I think I have seen a lot of people, especially in the Discord as well, use Lego for D&D. So I'm curious to kind of, the video is going to focus around how you use it for D&D, what kind of like fun encounters or puzzles you could make from it. And to kind of go around that, I've been mostly kind of designing these like props and stuff, these large kind of like game room style props. So like your large skeleton eyes kind of the guy. And I want to get some like dungeon torches as well. And now I saw these dungeon torches a while back at, we have a Lego, what is it? One of those like creator centers kind of things. You know, they have a whole bunch of like rides and stuff. It's all designed for kids. But let me see if I can find the pictures here. Yeah, I took a photo because I like this kind of vibe, and I wanna do kind of like bring this into the stuff I'm kind of like working on. So I'm gonna try and replicate this guy. I'm guessing how they've done it is this is like some laser cut PVC kind of thing. I don't have technology to kind of go with that kind of thing, but yeah, I feel like I can 3D print some parts here. Like this is a pretty simple shape. I've been able to find this kind of like main kind of fire shape pretty easily on like Thingiverse. So now it's just going to be about kind of like cramming some of those details into like other things for... so I've got like these bulbs and stuff that I've used for my pocket dungeon torches in the past. And I was thinking of using that for lighting. See, plug this guy together and get some cool lighting going. So that's going to give my like lighting flame effect. And so what I want to do is kind of design this as kind of like a hollow shell. I'm mostly focusing on the casing at the moment tonight. So I'm going to be looking at how I can make this, because I can print in clear PLA. I've got that on hand. So basically I want to make it like a shell that kind of encompasses around this lighting guy, and we'll see. I want to have it supportless as well, so that, and it's gonna need to have no infill as well, because I want it to be hollow. So you're gonna have to design it or cut it in a way so that when we print it, it's gonna be hollow, so it can go over it like a shell, mostly to avoid having a lot of that crisscrossing infill, so you don't see it kind of obscuring the light that's inside, so we get as much brightness as possible. I can show a little bit of what I've been kind of like working on at the moment, which was like this skull guy. So this is like a lot of the Lego shapes are pretty straightforward, but mostly there are skulls like this on Thingiverse. But basically, this one I kind of modeled from scratch because I wanted it to be nice and neat. We got some, and I wanted to have it hollow as well, so you can see even from if we go to like here or something, you can see we've got this guy, and I wanted to have it hollow in case I wanted to have like fog effects coming out of it, or put some lights in there. You know what? Let's get a little fog in there too. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Yeah, see, that's cool. Yeah, so that's quite rad. But yeah, I want to have some of these larger style, kind of like Lego themed props in the game room while I'm doing the video, and I actually kind of like the vibe and feel of it, so might make for some fun live plays. I know a lot of my friends kind of they buy copious amounts of Lego sets. My wife keeps telling me to stop getting Lego, but I can't because I love it. I've grown up with it as a kid, and now that I'm a big kid, I can buy it and just pretend that it's for my kids, but it's really for Seb. It's really Seb's Lego. Like I'm excited about the Dungeons and Dragons ones, because before it was like, there's the Lord of the Rings stuff, there's the Harry Potter stuff. It's kind of like adjacent to that kind of stuff, but we never had anything like specifically Dungeons and Dragons. I kind of wish they had, like, if we go back to the set, like it's an expensive boy. Like this is going to be, like it says, let's see, we'll go to here. It says $359. And that's US, so Australian, that's gonna be close to like 500, and like that is a meaty price tag on this thing. I wish they had broken it up into like smaller chunks. Like, can I zoom in on this guy? Hang on, let's go to the shop. Yeah, so I wish they had broken it up into like chunks, like the house and this like separately, so you could purchase them in bits and then kind of piece them together. I thought that might be a more affordable way, but it's just gonna gouge us. Bummer. The dragon's cool though. But yeah, the kids are keen to like play D&D with this kind of stuff, and I have seen some members in the Discord, they play Lego Dungeons and Dragons with minifigs, because it's like it's all the right scale for it, like for all like spaceships and stuff. So yeah, I'm keen to kind of try out a little bit. Like it's a little bit of a different vibe, so that's why I'm kind of designing some of these props to kind of fit in with that. We can see kind of how far I've gotten. A Lego Monster Manual release would be awesome. Yeah, like there is an adventure book. I'm not sure if it's coming with the set or if it's coming like outside of the set, but it looks like there is a set. There is a book. I can't remember. Here we go. Hang on, let's go back to it. It says there is the Dragon's Tail. You have to be one of these. I wanted to just see more information about that. No, nothing there. Get back. All right, Lego Insiders. Check out the Center for Exclusive Adventure. All right, but it looks like there's going to be some kind of exclusive adventure, which I reckon will be super fun to run with kids. I'm curious if they like really like lean into the Lego vibe of things. Like it would be cool if it was like parts of a dungeon and you have to kind of like collect bricks to assemble something. That could be kind of cool. I am curious to see what they do with it. If anything, it looks like something fun to run with my kids. But yeah, let's get modeling on this torch prop. I am gonna throw this guy. Actually, this guy needs a little bit of adjusting because if you can't tell, this guy is hollow, and inside to kind of get some of the, so it wouldn't kind of collapse as it was printing, I had to use a copious amounts of supports on the interior, and I think I could get around that if I model it a little differently and put a little bit of a slant on side, so that way it could print supportless, almost like a dome underneath. And that could mean I wouldn't need supports for the interior, and that would save on some filament. Would make it a bit more top heavy, but yeah, I think the base is wide enough that it wouldn't topple over. It does mean that I'll have to print another one, which might be cool because I'll be able to see them stack up on top of each other with this little nubby on top. So yeah, so once I work that out, patrons can expect to see that pop up on the channel, on the Patreon, as one of the rewards. We're working on some like more exclusive kind of like 3D printable stuff like that, and I did announce earlier this week that we'll be having some Patreon exclusive live streams stuff that is a little bit more kind of like casual, fast and loose. There's going to be a Baldur's Gate playthrough kind of live stream that I'll be doing once I get that all set up. So that might be after I do the cave video. So we're going to do some like video game playthroughs. And there might also, unannounced slightly because I still have to work out the details, but there's going to be some watch party stuff. I have to watch a whole copious amounts of kind of some sword and sorcery movies. I thought it'd be fun to kind of have those on, talk to patrons, paint and craft and stuff, so it could be a lot of fun. So there's going to be some fun stuff that's going to be exclusive to the Patreon. So yeah, by all means, that's going to be I'll have to see if that can connect with YouTube channel members as well. Anyway, let's get into it because I need to get this guy modeled. There's not as much pressure on this than on the cave video, but yeah, we're gonna, I still would like to kind of like test this out. Now I'm thinking we're going to be modeling it into a couple of shells on the outside. So I'm going to have to model it like flat. Hopefully Maya doesn't crash on me there. Okay, so we've already kind of like started it. So I've taken one of these kind of like little miniature flame effects that I found on Thingiverse, and I'm just kind of modifying it here. And the base here at the moment, I've taken that from one of my my dungeon torch ones. So if you go into like the Atmoseeker store, there's a whole bunch of STLs here, but like you see this like freestanding dungeon torch, I'm kind of using this as the base. I'm going to take this, and because it fits exactly one of those little LED flame bulbs, so I'm going to use that as my starting point. I probably have to measure. I don't have the right height for this. This is kind of like my proxy bulb here, but you can see it's a lot wider than the actual flame effect. So I'm going to have to either like widen this out or kind of like taper it to make sure that that bulb kind of fits in. I did notice that sometimes these can pop off. Actually, that's a good point. Just see, because there is like a string of like LEDs in here. If I can remove it, I use my man strength. Oh, there we go. All right, that's interesting. Okay, because that means I'm less restricted on the thickness of things. Actually, that is going to help a lot. So yeah, I've just kind of like taken the shell off this thing. It's still going to work. So that means, you know, that's going to give me two benefits. That's going to give me more brightness, which is good. It's double-sided. And I don't have to worry about this shell and how it encompasses. So I only have to worry about the base, which is great. That is really good, because when I was starting to model it here, yeah, I was worried that I would have to kind of like widen this thing, but it doesn't look like I'll have to. All I have to worry about is the base, I think. Decado, welcome. I'm sure Hasbro will charge extra for the book. They probably will. I feel like I've heard that it's their insider points or something. You have to like have a bunch of those or something. I don't know. Hopefully they give like a free PDF or something that you can download. Okay, that's less hot right now. Rocking a cup of tea right now. It is, how are we doing? 10:47. Let's see if we can get this guy modeled by midnight. Now, so we did establish I don't need to worry so much about the width. So then this has to just be a husk. So at the moment, I've kind of trimmed it down. If we take this out, here we go. So it is just this area, and it's cut, which is fine. I am going to need this to be like solid, flat on the edges. So I might have to trim that a bit, but it does need to. Oh, here we go. Maximize. All right. So this needs to be able to have the base kind of protruding through there. I feel like this is going to be less stressful than I thought. So I think it just needs a hole and a means of fitting into there. So at the moment, if I'm thinking about size-wise for this thing, like going off the 3D model, I kind of want these to have a little bit of size to them as well. So kind of like judging it off. Oh, maybe I can just zoom in on the screen. Get it pretty close, actually. Okay, so that's actually pretty interesting that I can kind of get an idea of how big these things are. Now, I'm kind of trying to decide if I'm going to have these as like wall mountable stuff or just smaller kind of thing. I am limited by my print bed size because I want to be able to print these flat. I don't know. Maybe it's not a bad idea to go small first, and then we can kind of work out how big. I think I saw that Chris Perkins was writing the Lego Adventure. Oh, that's interesting. I am super keen to see what they do. I'm super jazzed to kind of check it out. Yeah, hopefully it's not too expensive. Ugh. Gonna get gouged on all this stuff. All right. So it has to socket. So I'm gonna have to print two things. We've got the base thing that I need to kind of work out, which could hold this kind of thing. It's just whether I want to include the battery into it, which could be nice actually if we could get this, because I've just got one of these kind of like vertical chargery guys. So it'd be cool if it kind of housed that, and then the other thing has to kind of click in top of it. So I mean, it looks like I can go, like, just based off the image, I can go pretty geometric on this stuff, because this is just all kind of like lynched over from that original torch design. I'm gonna try and just remodel it. Oh, maybe I should have done tube actually. Tube pipe. All right. Oh. Hey Seb, how do you see how do you see the mesh? I do. It's actually coming up pretty clear for you guys. I'm gonna have to try and work this diameter around. You know what? I probably should have done it. What measurements do I have here? What units? 1. I'm gonna guess that's 1 millimeter. All right, let's just do a little bit of measuring here. So what we got in terms of this width here. Oh, my poor calipers. I think the battery's dead. But it looks like about 23 millimeters. Just gonna double check that. Oh, I need my small ruler. My small one. 23. See, that says more like 20. No, 21, 22, 23. Yeah, so it says about 23 mils, and that's for the inner circle. Alright. Okay, so maybe if I go radius. So if I go radius and I go 24, and then the thickness is where is it? We got radius, that. So okay, so if we go 23 radius though, which it should be, it's not diameter. So if we went radius half 23, this is we're gonna see like my bad math. It's 10. 12.23. Yeah, it's like, well, 21 point. Shit, man. I'm not even. It's 20, 23, 20. Gosh, it's tired. Computer, what's half of 23? That's what I thought. 11.5. Okay, so 11.5. Alright, so that's going to be the same diameter as that bulb. I'm gonna leave that guy there. Go polygons. Pipe. Alright, we got a new one. So that way, I'm gonna hide this guy. I'm gonna hide this guy too. You guys can't see shit of this grill. Got here. Okay, so that. Oh, okay. Maybe I should have done. Where the hell did my tube go? Alright, we got that one there. We got another Atmoseeker logo inside there. If you didn't know, it's Atmoseeker. It's Atmoseeker, baby! Where the hell did my other cylinder go? Okay. 4, 5, 4. Okay, we got 1. Okay, we're gonna make that wider than the one that we just put in. So we're gonna make it 15 wide. So then 11 so 15 calculator. So 15 minus 11.5, 3.5. I think. Well, this is why we've left the other one in here. So we've got. Should I just close it? So 3.5. So 3.5 thickness, I think. Let's see how close we got. How the hell do I get rid of that other app? Oh, we can select it. How do we get rid of the Atmoseeker logo? Okay, we got. I'm gonna get rid of this guy. This guy's confusing. What's this guy? That's bulb. And yeah, we got this guy. Actually, that's pretty close. What do we got? Where we got? Okay, so that's the outer shell. That's the inner shell. I feel like that's pretty close. Outer shell, inner shell. That's pretty bang on. The math checks out. All right, so that's gonna be. It's just if we want to make it thicker, but otherwise, oh, how tall was that thing? Thing was. I'm gonna have a plug in there, but it looks to be about 1 centimeter ish, which is good. There's 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter. Oh, am I off? No. Okay, so we want 1 centimeter thickness, and we're just gonna work out here. So that's gonna be 10 millimeters. Okay, so that's gonna be just our socket by the looks of things, which is good. Okay, so that's going to be our socket for that bulb, which means anything else is fair game, really. Okay, so this guy just has to be able to click into it somehow. Glue it in there. Well, we want to be able to take out the bulb and plug it back in and stuff too. I am gonna get rid of this background because I can't see anything. All right, so there we go. There we go. That's a bit better. Yeah. All right. So we've got. So that is. That's there. This is the this is the not so glamorous, exciting part about working out how this is going to fit into this. Because I really just want to start printing this top section, but we're going to have to work out what the bottom section is. So, you know, I might have to draw this out just on some paper. Hang on. Because, yeah, it's kind of hard to plan it in there. Alright, let's see. At least I kind of have a better idea how this thing's gonna like fit. Okay. Alright, so we got... A fresh page would be good. Oh, it's like pretty good. Beholder? My kids drawing in my book. And a sexy lady in here. There you go, boys. Overkill Joe. When I went to art school many moons ago, I thought I'd leave boring things like math behind. Then the real world smacked me back into reality. When I go, yeah. Yes, this is why I use computers. This is why I got like a calculator, a phone, and stuff. I think if I strain hard enough, my brain can get there. But yeah, it usually takes a minute for the cogs to kind of like come together. All right, so we got the circle bit. That's going to be our socket thing. And then, sorry, this is a bad spot. Let me just move this. There we go. So we got that main socket, and that's going to be there. So we're going to want to have the flame. We don't have to make the flame thicker, so that's good. It just has to maybe have some kind of way of socketing in there. So it could be, and we want the flame to be on the inside of the kind of like cup area region. So I'm thinking maybe some kind of groove in there. That there's a groove. That way the flame can kind of, if the flame has this kind of like cap area, right? And then you have your flame can go up. So then this is kind of like almost like a shell kind of thing. So it kind of sockets into there. It's gonna be snug. It's gonna have Be snug. I usually find the simplest solutions are usually the best solutions. So, yeah, maybe. Whatever dungeon torchy thing comes off the bottom. I wanted to be simple, but I want it to be pretty secure. I think that could work pretty well. So if there's like a groove around there, it kind of like sockets in, that could be all right. I'm just trying to think of this, or I make this inner circle just wide enough so I can pop this into it. I've got enough of these bulbs that you could just glue it, like glue the base of it, so then it just becomes a flame thing. So then what's holding it in there is the little USB socket, right? So then all I have to worry about is how to get this guy in there, right? So then it has to be wide enough. So I have to have this be at the set right level for that. So that's going to be the way it secures. So I can't have it too heavy. So it's going to be a little torch. It's not going to be too big. That's okay. I think a little torch is still pretty fun. So probably the flame effect, by the looks of things, will probably just be like that big on it. So they're going to be little torches. See, but the battery pack makes it a bit too wide, I reckon, at the base. So I've got two options. I can have it kind of like connected to this thing. And so then the socketing of the USB is what kind of like secures it to it. Or I have this kind of like a groove kind of thing, so that this kind of just caps in over the top. I guess the benefit of that is if something happens with the LEDs and stuff, I can easily replace it. Whereas if this is like glued into the shell of that thing, that makes it a bit harder. You know what? I'm probably not going to know until I do it and print it and then see it being a dismal failure one way or the other. I think I'm going to try and do the version where it basically sockets into it. So I'm going to put a groove into this thing, I think. That's what. All right. We thought this out. Thought this through a little bit. So I'm going to need a groove, and then I'm going to need a groove on this guy to match this guy, I think. Which is good. I probably have my wife texting me to see if I haven't gotten electrocuted in here. Nope. Everything's good. I'm not dead, guys. I'm alive. You know what? At this point, yeah, now that we've kind of like decided on what we're doing, I just want to take a moment to thank all the amazing supporters on Patreon. You guys are amazing in keeping the channel going, keeping my materials flowing, and supporting new videos that are coming to the channel. They are coming. It's just, you know, you've heard the excuses before. Full-time working dad and all everything. But there's either going to be a video coming out this week or next week. It's going to come in pretty hot for this cave stuff, so check out for, keep an eye out for that one. But I also want to do a special shout out to my Seeker patrons, Anthony Von Olen, Blake Durley. I'm trying to say it, Blake. I'm sorry. I'm trying to say it properly. I have to say it in Blake Durley. Charisma on Command, Chris Andrus, Constructed Chaos, Dark Fire Designs, Dr. Justin L. Hamrick, John A. Johnson, Mini Wargaming, Nathan Mack, and Michael Dykes. Thanks so much, guys. It's amazing to have your continued support on the channel, And yeah, I'm very grateful. Thank you very much. All right, let's get back into modeling this stuff. Let's see where we can go. All right. So at the moment, you've tuned in to see me kind of spin things around, look at a skull, and make a cylinder. So it's going well. All right. So let's see if I can. Oh, so the thickness is going to go there. So we're going to try and. I'm going to have to try and match that. I do want to have this a little wider. I'm going to just add some more subdivisions there. All right, I think we're going to have this a little thicker. I'm just going to go edge mode here. Select. And I'm going to make that a little wider. So that is the perfect socket size for that. So I'm probably going to have to make it a bit wider. We'll keep it snug for now. And then, what else do we do? All right, I'm going to have to have a groove for this thing to kind of clamp onto. I'm going to make this a little taller. So that's the right height for that thing. Actually, I'm going to just use my little proxy ring here as a guide. There we go. I'm going to leave that there. That's going to be kind of my representing what that original measurements of that that bulb's gonna be. So it's gonna sit in there. So now I can get a little bit more crazy with this design. I kind of want to match what they had a little bit. I'd probably make it a little bit jazzier. We're gonna need it thicker as well if we're gonna do that socket idea. It's nice that I don't have to worry about that additional thickness up the top. It looks like they've got. I don't even know if this is an actual Lego piece. I don't know if they're like the guy making it was just like, you know, just to use any kind of Lego bit. This Lego. All right, yeah, let's try and work that out. Make that thicker. So we're gonna need a groove. It's hard to kind of work out like the actual scale of this thing. So I'm gonna just like zoom out. So that is kind of. This is gonna be bigger. It's kind of nice that I can put the thing on the screen to kind of get an idea of how tall this thing's gonna be. You guys can't see what I'm doing. At the moment, I'm just kind of putting the thing up to the screen. Working out how far. So this is going to be kind of the scale of this thing. So I can go right up against the screen. That's going to be a little torch. Well, yeah. Maybe we can make it bigger, make with bigger parts and stuff. I do have some of like the original dungeon torches that I've designed that are on the Atmoseeker store. So maybe it's a similar deal with some of these bulbs as well. If you can take the shell off. I'm not sure if you can. Probably. It's probably just like it's probably quite similar. We've got like a narrow strip of LEDs. Because it's going to be tight with that flame effect. I actually think I might have to shift this over slightly. So that we don't have it hitting the edges. So it looked like it was pretty tight, like the LED strip kind of goes right up next to it, and it's probably gonna have a little bit of thickness to it with the walls. Either that, I could just make the flame a little bit bigger, and that's fun. It just has to be able to fit on my print bed. yeah, I'm definitely going to have to move that swoop in a bit. I'm just kind of trying to tackle what this socketing situation is. I really want to kind of get printing on the clear area there of the flame, just because it's the cooler part of the model, you know, that lights up and stuff. All right, so we're gonna get that thicker. That's a little better. We can go a bit wider, actually. There we go. All right, very good. I could also, doesn't have to be such a thin groove. It could be a bit thicker. I see. Aha. Yes. Okay, so mesh. I'm missing all of my tools here. Space. What do we got? We have got modeling tools, modeling, slice. There we go. So I'm thinking, yeah, it's gonna be a chunky slot. That way I don't have to worry too much about getting too accurate of a fit. Plus, it's gonna look more like a dungeon torchy kind of like base to it. So how wide is that? I feel like that could be bigger. Yeah, I think that could be bigger, wider, a little bit. How's that? Yeah, that feels good. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit of detail here. There we go. And then I am missing my slice. So the socket part. So the flame part is gonna have a little bit of a chunky area that kind of sockets into there. So that's the USB bulb width. And then I'm gonna have another socket for, okay, I think I like this idea. Okay, so that's gonna be like that. All right. Oh, there's gotta be a faster way. I'm gonna select every poly. Okay, and then select, slice, and then slice. And we just move it up. Right, so we get a nice detail there. And so now I'm just going to make a circular base for this guy. Yeah. All right. So yeah. So then that guy just slots into it, which is going to be nice. Yeah, that would be real good. And then it should come together pretty simply. That guy was not the same though. Graphic. So, okay. I don't see anything. I am blind. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought, you scoundrel. It's supposed to be the same thickness there. Line that up. Nice. Alright, what do we got? Okay, so I think we've settled on this kind of socketing part. Whether or not this is kind of like the main detail of this, we are definitely gonna need this to be hollow. I'm thinking I'm gonna slice it, the whole thing vertically, and it's gonna come together like two shells. So we want to be able to have a good amount of space in there maybe, so we could have a battery pack sitting there. I don't mind having a cable coming through it, but would be cooler if we can fit one of these guys in there. I'll have to measure it. What do we got? This is 9 centimeters. 9 centimeters by 2. 3. 9 by 3. We'll go. Try and fit it in there. I'll make a little proxy model like last time, just so we get an idea. So that's gonna be where that bulb socket's in. So we're gonna have to have something that sits flush. So let's create a cube. Let's get some measurements on this guy. What did we say? We said, I'm gonna just round it up a bit. 30, because some folks might have different sized batteries. We want it to fit, but we don't want it to not fit. And so I had 9 centimeters. I'm gonna push it up to 10. Give it a little bit more space there. Yes, just thinking now. So, wait, that's where that bulb is. Okay, gotcha. So bulb sits there. Bam. Okay. Alrighty. So that's our battery. The battery sits there. Which means we're gonna need to have this open up at that base. So we've got the battery there. So we're gonna need a bit more cavity. So I'm gonna have to hollow this out a little bit, I think. All right. It always gets confusing when you go into the grid. Oh, I gotta find my bearings here in the virtual space. I'm gonna just slice there and see how I went. How did I go? Not even close. But we can fix it. All right. There we go. We're gonna keep going with this. That's gonna slice there, and then we're gonna slice it again. Where'd my slice go? Slice. I'm gonna slice it. I'm gonna slice others. I'm gonna teach them how to slice. There we go. Sliced. Okay. That one. There's a lot of. I'm noticing. There's a lot of talking to myself. When trying to work out the math that's going on here. I'm gonna have to get better at this. I'm sorry if this is boring to watch. But you know what? I gotta get it done. I gotta do this because I want to have these cool props. There's probably a way to like handcraft the stuff, but I see this is the thing. Like there used to be a lot more handcrafting on the channel, where I would craft a lot of, your trees, your buildings, all from like materials, scrap stuff. I still enjoy doing that kind of stuff, but the printable stuff really kind of opens it up for like people to easily replicate that kind of thing at home, especially 3D printing. I feel like it's a lot wider. It's got a bit more of a wider reach these days. I think a lot of folks are 3D printing. I think it's just getting easier and easier. So, like, I think the only resistance is the cost at this point, especially if you want some of those like little ritzier like 3D printers. Like I'm quite fortunate that I've got the one of the bamboo printers here, which are fantastic, phenomenal printer. Not sponsored at all. I use my own. I use the money, and it was expensive, but man, that is the most idiot-proof printer I've ever used. It's like all the auto leveling, all the auto slicing. It's like the slicer's really nice and easy to use, which is really cool. Oh, and I'm just starting to get a hunch there. But yeah, it really makes it easy for like prototyping this kind of stuff. I feel like we've got a good fit on this thing now. Will I bring back crafting stuff? Sure. I think the only thing with crafting stuff is it's very time intensive. It is one of those things, especially filming it. It slows down the process a lot, especially if you don't know if it's going to work out or not. So I would like to craft more stuff, but at the moment the printable stuff has been a better balance for me life-wise, when I'm trying to kind of still create stuff, but you're running in and out for kids and work and stuff, so it's a bit more of a balance. Okay, so let's switch back to here. So at the moment, this is our dummy battery that we've got in here. And so it looks like we've got enough space. So I've made it a bit bigger than the one I've got here. So that'll fit. And it's at the base of this thing that should socket in our, what do you call it? Our bulb base. So that'll fit in there. That'll fit right in there. And then we've got this exterior kind of like socket that's gonna have the socket for this thing. So we're gonna, it's like it's triple threat. So we've got lots of socketing going on, which is great. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of all the socket stuff going on. All right, so then we just need like a sheath kind of thing. Yeah, because we wanna enclose this thing. So maybe we want to be able to like pop it open, pop it close pretty easily. I don't know. I'm trying to think ahead at like what kind of like pieces you would print it in. Like ideally, I would like it to be as few pieces as possible. Just because that makes it a little easier for folks to print at home. Okay, how thick? How thick? I have to go too thick. It's just gonna be strong enough. Well, I guess we want it to. Yeah, actually, how thick you want this thing, Seb? That's a good question here. Well, let's have a look at our reference image here. So it looks like it's pretty chunky. It's pretty chunky on the Lego. I might do like a second bevel. I know I'm taking a little design liberty here. I don't even know. I know there's like lightsaber pieces. Actually, those would be pretty good to look at. Let's have a look. If we go lightsaber Lego piece. Yeah. So something kind of like this. They've got little grooves in it. I have downloaded this model before. It's all in separate pieces and rings, so I'm not gonna I'm going to use this model, but yeah, I do like this little flangey bit. That's kind of cool. And you got a couple of these rings, which are nice. I don't know which it would be the top. Talismancer, welcome. I am. I'm on the computer, doing computer things. We're 3D modeling some stuff for some Lego life size Lego. If you're like Talismancer and you're super cool dude that's just slid into the stream, welcome. We are 3D modeling some large props for the Dungeons and Dragons Lego Edition episode that I'm piecing together slowly. So this is just kind of like the initial stages where I'm making some larger kind of scale props for the Dungeons and Dragons kind of setup that I'm going to have, like this big skull, or we're going to have some. So at the moment, I'm working on some of these little dungeon torch kind of things. So if you're just joining us, this is kind of what we've gotten so far. We've just kind of like done a lot of the math at the moment, looking at some of the what kind of like socketing kind of things. We've even taken apart the little flame bulb here, just because I was trying to kind of work out how it kind of fits into the top of the because it was getting quite chunky with the flame and stuff, and I just worked out you can just take it off. Just take off that shell, which is going to give us a little bit of extra brightness, and I'm kind of trying now, just working out how to kind of get the battery pack in there, have a little bit of space, which will be good. Which will be really nice. So yeah, I think we've worked out a bunch of the hard parts. So now it's just kind of coming together with how to make it look nice and then print it. So they're going to be these smaller kind of torches. We'll leave it as small for now. So maybe I can work out some larger prototypes going forward, but should be a fun build. I'm going to print it up with some like clear PLA and that kind of thing. So at the moment, I'm just trying to sheath these like little battery packs in there. And I'm just kind of working out how these are going to piece together. If it's going to be a separate like little pieces that kind of slot together, or I don't know. So yeah, just yeah, I am just kind of working this out as we as we go. So if you've just joined me, I'm just having a little casual kind of like play around in the 3D software here. Yeah. So yeah, and also I've been trying. Was at one of those like Lego convention kind of things. So I'm trying to kind of take that as inspiration for the ones I'm kind of designing as well. I have to kind of keep in mind a bunch of the scale as well. I know Lego can be quite chonky, so I'm going to try and I don't know, keep it within the Lego realm as much as I can. Okay, so I'm gonna keep slicing away here. Slice meat. There we go. Alright, that. Okay, now we can go down. I kind of want to have it the same ish height. Yeah, panels side. Oh, it's not exactly the same, is it? Shit. Can we make it bigger? No. I think that's not too bad. It's just the top one. Okay, perspective. Let's see if we can get that closer. That's pretty good. Alright, yeah, I'm trying to think about how it's going to print as well to kind of keep this thing supportless and easy to print. I like stuff that's easy to print, supportless. Yeah, that skull I printed was not supportless. So kind of got to try and work out some better ways of making it use less support material because I like to be efficient with my filament, as efficient as possible. Okay, what's the graphic top? All right, does that go there? I think so. Panels, perspective. All right, I think that's more or less mirrored now. I feel like the height is more on there. Front. Yeah, that's got way more height. I still use those little Lego flames in my setup. Anything that works with LEDs. Yeah. I'm like a lot of folks use some Lego in their setups, so it'll be an interesting video. If you got thoughts about like how you use Lego in your D&D setups, yeah, I'm always curious to hear. I've done a couple of things with my kids, but nothing as extensive as the Dungeons & Dragons stuff. So it's kind of cool to kind of see the 50th edition set coming out. So it's made the kids a little bit more excited. But yeah, I've seen folks using like minifigs and stuff, spaceships, which has been cool. Okay, I feel like that's pretty cool. I might put some of those flangey bits on the side. I don't know. I want to see the side view. That's pretty close. You know what? Like I'm looking at it at this when it's going to be. You're not going to notice that difference. Okay, all right. So we got the top. That's going to fit the battery pack, which is good. And then we're going to have to work out the top shell bit. So I'm going to slice it down the middle because I want to keep it hollow so we don't use any infill as well. Yeah, that's what we want. All right. I have been mostly focusing on the base here, but I actually kind of just wanted to do enough of the base so I get a good idea of how that top bit sockets into it, I reckon. Which is not bad at the moment. Which is not bad. Okay, I am going to add a little bit of a pipe here. Doop, 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 doop. Let's see what we got. I'm going to just make a pipe to encapsulate that area. I'm not exactly sure how. You know what? If it was like a lightsaber looking base, we could do like a Lego Star Wars combination in the future. Make it look like a lightsaber. Future-proofing this idea, Seb. I don't know. Okay, thickness is. I'm gonna go thickness as 3. Or is that 2? That's 2. No, that's good. That's good. Okay, radius. Let's see if we can get that in there. That's good. Get some more segments there. All right, so that is gonna. So that's kind of like the size of one of those battery packs. So, and this is a little bit bigger than the battery pack as well. So it sounds like it'll be good. I'm trying to work out how to like slice it up. Christian, welcome. Are you printing the whole thing, laser cutting the flame itself, or orange acrylic? I missed the beginning. Sorry. No, I'm planning to print the whole thing because I don't have a laser cutter, but I have some clear PLA, so I'm gonna make it like a shell thing that kind of clicks around like this LED. I reckon. Yeah. So that's kind of the plan. So we'll work on the flame in a little bit. That's getting pretty chunky. Like if I'm gonna try and see, like what do we got now? So if we have the flame, I'm trying to. You can actually, I can put it up against the screen as well. I don't have to light it up, but yeah. So let's see if I zoom out a bit. I'll zoom in. Okay, so that's kind of how big the flame's gonna be, I guess. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so if that's how big the flame's gonna be, well then that's not the size there. That's my perspective throwing things off here. Ish. Yeah. This is gonna be. Yeah. No, I don't have a laser cutter. I look honestly, like I was like eyeballing. I even asked in like the Discord, like, has anyone got a laser cutter here? I think a couple of folks said they might have one. But yeah, I started looking at it and I was like, oh, these are not cheap yet. These are. I mean, I love the idea of having one because I feel like you could do a lot of great prop work. But yeah, it's a little rich for my blood at the moment, I think. So we're just gonna print it. We're gonna print it. We're gonna print it nice. I feel like this is not right. That battery pack. It said 10 centimeters by 30. Yeah, 10 by 3. How does that feel off? Yeah, I'm not sure. It's just the ratio feels off. Maybe it's because it goes into there a bit. Just gonna try and hold this up to the screen. I'm just trying to eyeball it. I think it's right. I think it's right. Okay, so because I've got that cavity, it looks like it's going to be chunky boy. Alright, at the very least, it looks like we've got enough of the socket worked out. I really want to get printing on the flame because I want to see the flame light up. But I might need to clean this up a bit. So I am going to print it in 2 halves, I think. I might need to make it a little bit thicker, I think. Which suits me fine. Let's just make that a little fatter. I don't want it to be too heavy, I guess. Well, it's going to be hollow, so yeah, maybe if I can get as close as possible to this kind of socketed area, which would be good. Oh, okay, how close are we? Pretty good. So now, okay, if that's the flame, then I need a cylinder, and that's gonna socket in there, and then we're gonna cut. Is the torch flame going to have a hollow space to accept the LED stick? Yeah, that's the plan. So I'm going to have it. There's gonna be no infill, no nothing. It's going to have. I'm gonna make a little cylinder and merge them together. But yeah, that's the plan. You're spot on. Okay, let's see. I think the radius was 11.5 by memory. Oh, that's for the bulb, but we can go a bit wider here. And we'll make this all nice and smooth. You see a lot of these like faceted edges and stuff. That's normal for like program. I'm 3D modeling in here, but we'll make it nice and smooth. You know, I might leave it like that for like the prototype, but we'll clean it up nice once we have an idea how these fit together. All right, so that is going to be little socket. So that's just gonna like plug in. Yeah, usually what I like to do is if it's a thing that's gonna socket into another thing, I like to taper it a little bit. So that way, if it is a snug fit, it'll get a nice. It's almost like a plug, like a cork, kind of going in. Let's see if I can fix that up a bit. I'm just gonna move just like that, just a little bit. Is that right? Okay. So then I'm gonna do the same with this edge. Try and match it as close as I can. Doesn't have to be too accurate. All right, so that way, if I'm like jamming it into the top, like even if it doesn't like fit perfectly, because everyone's tolerances are going to be different on their like 3D printers, so close enough. As long as it jams in. I might have to put like a little bit of a lip around here in case it's a snug fit. Unless I wanna just make it not as high. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think we could do that. All right. I'm just gonna make this not as high. Oh, come on, mate. I hate this version of Maya. I don't want to select those. Just that. All right. I'm gonna have to make that wider. Cool beans. All right. So that's gonna chunk into there like a plug, which means I might have to add just like a little lip around there, just so if it doesn't fit completely, it won't be obvious. Okay, so I'm just gonna like here. Sure. Just cut that again. That. Oh. You know what? I'm going to slice that again. I'm going to just keep it separate from that socketing, so you don't have to like push past it. It's getting complicated. It's just a tube, Seb. It's not just a tube. It is life. It is life tube. Okay, so I got a little bit of there. So if that gets in, it's kind of like just a cork that goes in there. All right, that's good. So I've got kind of the socketing worked out here. That's good. I'm gonna just change the display, the face there, so you can see it. Yeah. All right. So we've got that. So now I can just focus solely on this. I'm gonna just name these. Name that to my torch. Good stuff. Stuff with one F. Okay. All right. And I'm gonna hide that one right now. All right. That's good stuff. Hide. We'll name that to battery. Hide that, and then we've got this guy, which is the bulb socket. Hide that one. All right. So now I gotta merge these two together and maybe like a hole in the bottom. I don't think you needed much, did I? Like, it's pretty thin. Man, you could take the whole shell off this thing. Now that I'm kind of looking at it, I do like the idea of keeping like the white plastic thing just because that might make it a little better for socketing into there. But you can take this whole thing out just by the looks of it. There's nothing tied into there. That's an interesting observation, Seb. So you could like taking the whole shell off of these, so you could take that off, and then you've got these thin flame effect like LED strips. That could be good for something else, some other kind of project. I don't know, I'm thinking some like miniature flame effect. Interesting stuff, Seb. But will it light up? It will. Okay. All right. So now we gotta merge these together, and then we're gonna have to slice it down the middle. And we also need a hole, and it needs to be hollow. Okay, so there's a bit going on in here, and I think we also wanted to move this curve a little bit to the side, just so we have a straight shoot up. Yeah, maybe I'll do that first before I start moving around stuff. I think I need like soft selection or something. There we go. Where the hell's my tools? It's nowhere. Okay, there we go. Soft selection. Soft. So soft. So I just want to move it over a bit. I'm gonna have to move that over. More. Okay, there we go. Yeah, maybe I'll make that a little bit more. Where's my soft selection? Make sure that selection's nice and soft. I'm thinking I might have to do that. There we go. Wonderful. And so it was done. I have some flame walls on Thingiverse. We could adapt to those strips. Oh, what are you talking about, Talos Mesa? We're doing some mad science here. Man, you have to share this in the Discord. What are you thinking? Some flame walls on Thingiverse. Like clear ones? Because what's this socket? The socket's like 5 volts or something, isn't it? 5 watts, 5 volts. Let's taste it. Because the bulbs, I can't remember how much the bulbs were. Because I bought like a 30 pack for, I think it was like $20 or something. But yeah, you could use these strips. I'm not too handy with like soldering things and stuff, so man, if there's anyone who could work it out, it'd be you, buddy. All right. We got a little bit more space there, so that strip's gonna come in. It could be printed clear STLs. Yeah, look, I got clear filament ready to go. If you need me to test anything out, you let me know. It's exciting. Link it in the Discord. Whatever. Are these free STLs or something? Probably already shared it. I'm just a horrible person. I didn't say anything. Okay. Let's see. We got that. That's fixed-ish. Alright, so we're gonna have to merge these together, and then we're gonna have to slice it down the middle. And we're also going to have a little hole for the strip to come up through. So I'm gonna need a hole. cylinder. So that's what we're going to use to cut. Shit, man, bigger, big hole. All right, so I got to merge these, and then how am I going to clip them together? Like it's going to be two halves, because I want to keep it hollow. So I'm going to hollow it out as well. There's a lot of Boolean going on. A lot of mesh merging. We're going to have... Oh, all right, this is a great time to save your file, Seb. I feel like, yeah, we've been here. See, this is the PSA. Save your work. Saved. And I bet it would have crashed. Okay, so I'm gonna merge these guys. Correct. How do we move that? How do we merge it? Is that merge union? They are merged. Okay. And type history. Okay, now we're gonna hollow this out and then slice it. How are we gonna do that, Seb? Is there an easy way to do that? Because it's easier. So with the Lego skull, it was easy to hollow out because it was very geometrical shape. I wonder, there's probably like a Sure, let's do a little quick Google here. Let's see, hollow mesh. So I'm trying to make an object hollow. I try its offset attribute in extrude. Just looking for answers. Just one of the answers is just do it. That's helpful. So he's trying to hollow that guy. Very good. But hollow, do you mean something like deleting the top face? No, I want to make it delete the top face. That is not, yeah, this is not helpful. Basically, people were just getting rid of the normals and stuff. I need it to be solid, but hollow. I think, here we go. Okay, so this guy is saying, I'm sure this is, man, delete the top face, extrude. Extrude all the faces inwards by adjusting the Z offset, and then flip the normals. Okay. So I'm gonna have to extrude it out. This might crash my computer. all the faces here. It's a good time to save your work. It's a good time to do that. All right, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna get all my faces. So I'm gonna extrude inwards and then flip normals. That's what it's saying. Mesh extrude. I'm gonna extrude it. Sure. Okay, so I want to extrude inwards. Oh, that's actually going pretty well. Oh, what the hell? Why did it do that tube? I don't want to do the tube. Okay. That's alright. Did it undo my thing? Did it redo? It's not extruded, is it? Oh no. Now I don't know where oh, hang on. Okay, there we go. I'm with you. Okay, there we go. We're good. All right, we got it. All right. Ugh. Okay, we got this. Mesh, extrude. And then we're going to pull inwards. We want to keep it pretty thin. But not too thin. Is that... I mean, I guess... Because I want it to be, like, pretty thin. Like, maybe, like, 2 or 3 walls. Okay. Okay, how's that? And then we go... Mesh display. Reverse normals. And then we have something that doesn't work. Does that work? Did that work? I don't know. It's gonna... I think it worked. We're gonna have to slice it to find out. Is it cake? I think so. I think it worked. I'm gonna have to slice it in half. I'm gonna have to extrude that thing first. Okay. This is getting... So we're going in the scary territory here. Okay, so we're gonna keep that one. I'm gonna boolean that one from there. Okay, so mesh boolean difference. Just print it with no infill. Yeah, but I want to slice it. Print it. I mean, it's not a bad idea. Is that PZ is here? Haven't had you on stream in a while, buddy. Welcome. Yeah, we're making some big Dungeons and Dragons props for the game room, which are Lego themed. I've done a skull already. So if you we've got a big one, big skull, and this guy's been pretty cool. You know what? I might show that fog effect. That might be a good one to kind of close out on. Or you know, let's do it again because that was kind of fun. But I made it hollow, so you can pop little lights in it and stuff. Let's get a little bit of smoke in there as well. I did this earlier in the stream, but it does look pretty cool. Atmospheric, spooky Lego Dungeons and Dragons props that we're kind of working on. Ooh, nice. Yeah. So yeah, I'm making a few things because we're gonna have a Lego themed episode. So this is going to be like your Dungeons and Dragons stuff. So it's kind of to tie in with the 50th anniversary Lego set that is coming out, and I might accidentally buy it. So, sorry, wife. My fingers slipped. But printing with no infill is not a bad idea. I think actually, you know, I'm going to save a version of this file with that one that we had solid. So in case we want to test that, I think that might be a good idea. Okay, Dungeon Torch 2. Dungeon Torch final awesome finished file, but we do have it. I can see inside there. Looks like it's done the trick, hollowed it out, which is nice. Because I want to lay these flat on the print bed, because if I'm printing it vertically, that's going to wobble around a lot, I reckon. So I'm going to have it in 2 halves that just lay flat on the print bed. So I'm going to try now, split this guy down the middle. And then how are they gonna click together? That is also a good question. I don't know. Just, I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna slice it down the middle. I'm gonna slice it. I'm gonna tell others how to slice things. What's that from? That's from a show. It's like I can picture like Danny DeVito with a knife. Or was it a Mighty Boosh reference? No, yes, that's it. It's what's it? Bob Fossil. I'm gonna slice you, and I'm gonna slice others. Oh, I'm gonna have to find that. Hang on. Let's see. YouTube. Slice Mighty Boosh. Slice Mighty Boosh. Learn how to slice others. There we go. I got it.
He runs a coffee shop. This is the number 2, okay? He runs a coffee shop. And this is the number 9. And 9 is a customer, right? One day, 9 goes...
Alright, I'm probably gonna get copyright now. But, oh, you probably couldn't even hear it. The Lego aesthetic is nice. I kind of regret building and painting terrain over the years. I often think, should I have just 100% Lego from day one? You can never have too much Lego. That's what I've found. Why not both? I think honestly, it's been interesting to kind of branch out into this stuff just over the last few days. Kind of like, oh, you can have like it's interesting because you usually just amass amount of like terrain and miniatures to a particular style. But it is interesting to have stuff in different styles. So yeah, it'll be cool to try something out. It's kind of like akin to like if you had miniatures painted in like that toon shaded kind of style. Like I don't have everything like that, or I don't have anything like that. I don't know why I said everything. But yeah, like I think the Lego stuff is interesting, so it'll be an interesting episode, I think, because we'll be talking about how to use it for Dungeons and Dragons, or at least kind of like the ideas I have of how you could use it for that kind of thing. Yeah, we're gonna slice this guy. I'm gonna slice him down the middle. Slice him. I'm gonna worry about how I'm gonna piece it. Like honestly, probably the first version of this that I print is probably gonna be. It's probably not gonna work. So we're gonna try it, and maybe if I can set this up to print tonight, if you come onto like maybe I'll do a community post or Instagram or something. If you want to see how it's kind of coming together. Okay, so polygons, cube, scale up my cube. I am going to do a slice. Oh, I'm going to turn that off. Turn off soft select. Where is that? Soft select off. All right. I don't get why it selects the object that I'm working on. I'm selecting verts here. Like, what the hell is this? Camera? Oh, polygons. I just want the verts, my pal. Alright, I'm going to move this to the grid. That's going to snap to the grid there. Okay, so that's half. And we've saved this as a new file, so if we need to roll back to the other flame, sure. Otherwise I've just saved over it and just like, no, let's just go for it. This is the way. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna slice it. duplicate that first. And then I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to duplicate this first. I'm going to do this. Mesh. Boolean. This. Okay. Okay. And delete by type. History. So we got that half. That one. This one. Mesh. Okay. Wait. Oh. No, that's not what I want. Mesh. Boolean intersection. There we go. Edit. Delete by type. History. Okay. So now we should have a chocolate egg of sorts. Oh. It is a 2/2 of a flame. Very good. I did not plan this very well because I had thought I'm gonna lie this flat on the back, but now I've got these blasted rounded edges at the back. You fool! Foolish fool. I like how it's sliced though. That's nice. Maybe I can flatten these. It means there'll be a hole, like there'll be a gap for the mount. Yes. I think so. And then how am I gonna piece these together? Because I wanted to have these lying down on the build plate because that means it'll print faster as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna flatten this edge, and hopefully that means it'll still socket in. Yeah, it could work. We're going for time here. We're going past midnight. Usually we wrap things up about midnight. I kind of wanted to get things printing though. Alright, I am going to just flatten that. What do we got here? Ugh, it's hollowed now. That's a bit of a mess. How do we do that, Seb? How do we fix this? It's a bit of a misstep. Have to go back to the pre-hollowed version. Make that flat and then do all my hollowing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back. Okay, we'll do that. I'm gonna go back. At least we have an idea of how to hollow it, which is good. That's all merged though, isn't it? But I don't think it's hollowed. No, it is not hollowed, which is good. Snip them off. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just make that this flat. It's all right. That's all right. It's just if you do too many booleans, it starts to get dicey of how it kind of structures. So maybe I'll just grab these verts and then scale them. Let's see how that goes. Where am I? Where are they? Where my scale at? Okay. That, and then that, because I want it to line up pretty. I wonder how flat that thing is actually, if it's got any wobble to it. How'd that go? That's not bad. It's gonna get a little messy around here though. not bad though. Could be neatened up a bit, I think. Ugh. Yeah, it definitely could be neatened up, and that's not gonna be 100% flat. I suspect, because the original model was off thingiverse. You never know if there's gonna be like variations and stuff. I'm tempted to just do a flat cut down the side there. Yep, I might do that. It's not gonna be as tidy as I'd like, but I just want to get something printing. All right, what are we gonna do? Cube. Cube will do. That's cube. And I'm gonna do it down the whole length of it. Unless, maybe I can just scale those verts flat, or you know, just grab them. They look pretty clean. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. A little rounding is actually quite nice. Too sharp. All right, I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. What's the worst that could happen, right? What's the worst that could happen, dude? All right, maybe I'll do what I was doing before. Oh my god, we're just moving everywhere now. Okay, I'm gonna have to clean this up a little. Tools, mesh tools, target weld. There we go, that's a little nicer. Just gonna clean up a few of these voids. This is all over the place. Usually what happens when you're like bullioning. I did want to scale this flat, so we'll see if that was an unnecessary step. So I'm gonna grab these and I shrink it. I'm gonna have to mirror this or something. Okay, so that is gonna go there. Wonderful. That's gonna keep it nice and flat, which is not bad. Mesh target weld. Stay on targets. Oh man, I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this tonight. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. No, it's all, yep, we're all good. We're all good. I just lost my tool. Where'd it go? Which tool is Alright, I was just cleaning this up a little. Not that one. There we go. Wonderful. Okay. That's probably, yeah, see, I'm gonna want to have that pretty flat. I don't know how to go about this. I'm gonna have to like select all the verts there, flatten them. Or I could have just done a Boolean down the side. Saved myself a whole bunch of mess. Look at the camera angles. Well, the camera angles of me sitting at a desk, looking at a screen. Yeah, okay, I think we've got. I want to have this all flat, so I'm gonna have to do a Boolean on the whole thing. I'm gonna open this again. Save. And I'm just gonna trim it down, get it nice and flat, because those are already merged. I'm just gonna simple. Yeah, keep it simple, Seb. Let's do it. Yeah, nice, a big cube. And then we're gonna go. Let's go panels, orthographic, side. It'd be nice to finish this guy tonight. So yeah, I'm gonna do a slice along there. Where's my attributes? What the? Whoa! Oh, it's doing that. Okay. So it's gonna be there. So I get a nice clean cut, and then I'm gonna need some more faces. More faces. Just mirror that onto the other side. Okay. Third time's the charm. We're gonna try, so I'm gonna use these meshes to cut away from this one. It's gonna be nice, clean on both sides. Yeah. All right, let's try it. Okay. So maybe if I just union these mesh, combine. And I only have to do it once. Mesh Boolean difference. That should give me something pretty clean. Alright, so that's flat on both sides, 100%. Which is good. Alright, so we can go back to that plan now. It means I might have to adjust something on the holder. But I really want to get this guy sliced. Alright, so now I'm gonna go face. And let's just go into here. Mesh. Extrude. I'm gonna extrude it just a little bit. Oh. Is that still extruded? No. No. Undid. Uh-oh. This might be the end. I've crashed it. Oh, nope. We're back. Okay. Face. Try this again. I just want to extrude it a little bit. Gonna get. Oh, why does it keep selecting that bloody bottom one? Oh! There we go. Mesh. The 11th time of charm. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, we got a nice shell there. Which is good. I'm gonna save this as Lego 3. Okay. And then did I have to do something? I think it was mesh. This was set to face. Mesh. Reverse. Okay, wonderful. All right, so then now we. Sorry, I was just like talking through every single stage of this thing. Okay, now we're gonna keep that. We're gonna take this away. Mesh. Boolean difference. Good. Okay, so that's half. There's a hole. Now we slice it. Now we slice it in half. Thanks for stopping by, mate. Good to have you here. Good to have you here, Talismancer. You can bet it. You can bet there'll be some STLs in this thing if I ever get it worked out. There will be a Patreon exclusive, I think. Okay, let's see if we can get some final slices on this thing. So just gonna cut it in half now. We're very close. I know we're going a little bit long here, but I think yeah, we're almost there. There we go. So we're gonna duplicate that, and then we're gonna go panel perspective, panel. Okay, that. So we're gonna keep that one and minus that one from it. So mesh boolean difference. And history. Okay, so then this guy and this guy, boolean intersection. Edit, delete by type, history. Okay. So now we got two halves that can lay flat, which looks pretty groovy. Hopefully it's thick enough. So we'll find out once we print it. How am I gonna peg these together? That's an interesting question. Maybe I can have one side just has a couple of those little tabs or something, so at least they kind of like socket together. I like that. I like that idea. I might do that. All right, so I'm just gonna get. We're pretty close at printing this thing, I think. Okay, I am gonna just make a little dually. So on one side, it's gonna have these like little tabs that come out, so you can line them up for like gluing together. I'm not gonna do the peg thing. I don't want to have too many of these, just because it's all gonna be transparent-ish. I just want a little bit. There we go. So that way we can line it up a bit. Yeah. There we go. All right. But since it's going to be printing from this direction, we're going to need to put an angle on it. I don't want to have it too. I'm kind of flip-flopping against it now. Hopefully, you know what? Let's throw it in a slicer, see how it looks. going to do that. Let's do it. This is just a prototype, so might not need it. So we'll see. We'll see how it fits together. File. Export selection. I'm gonna call that flame A. Selection, flame B. All right, let's bring it into bamboo and see how that is. Maybe I can get something printing tonight. Slice it. That's what we're gonna do. Let's see. There we go. That's not how it looks. That's what has happened here. Oh, I've got one of those manifold problems. Okay, maybe. Let's see what's going on here. What is all this? Hang on. I think I can solve this. That does not look like. That does not look like a flame. This looks like a mess. A mess flame. Success. Successful. Ah, okay. I have a feeling. Did I delete history? I did delete history. It's got, yeah. Delete by type of history. Let's do a merge over it as well. It may not have liked me doing that inverse extrude and stuff. Edit. I'm just gonna see if I need to merge some verts that have gone rogue or something. Merge. Okay. That's a good question. I didn't check both of them. Okay. Let's see. File. Export. Flame A, yes. File. Export selection. Flame B. You know what? Technically, if only one works, then I could just mirror it. I don't know. We're gonna see. All right, we're gonna try and bring him in again. Flame A. Nah, still balked. That's not good. I'm guessing I've gone a little bit too far on like inverting meshes, flipping meshes. So I'm gonna have to work out where I've gone wrong there. Yeah, see, A's bad. B's bad too. Yeah. I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to clean up the mesh. And that's boring. That's boring work. Which I can do off camera. And oh man, I was really hoping to have it sliced up and printing tonight, but it looks like yeah, I'm gonna have to dig this one up tomorrow and try and work out where it's gone wrong. But I think we made a good start. I think we've done a good work in the right direction. So we're gonna get that. I'm gonna work that one out. But thanks for everyone that has joined among this virtual journey of mine, trying to create some more Lego-sized D&D props for this upcoming Lego episode that I'm kind of hoping to film next month. I think there's some stuff that's coming out over school holidays and stuff. So yeah, I'll check that out. So subscribe to not miss out when that episode goes live. And we do have an episode that's going to be coming out hopefully this week for the Dungeons and Lasers Caves, it's going to be looking at the atmospheric techniques with cave locations. So I'm going to be looking at a couple of new tools for like audio and some lighting types of technique tools as well. So a couple of new things and some, yeah, should be cool. So good night, everyone, and until next time, let's see if we can make these meshes work. I'm a little bummed it didn't quite work out, but yeah, we'll work it out. We'll work it out. I think you're right, PZ. Stay on the good side of the magic and force, or you know, I'll always play Empire in Legion. Maybe it's that dark side catching up with me. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go to bed. All right, catch you later, folks. See you later.